Some journeys begin long before you get in the car, and some, they never truly end.
Another late night, another few bucks. This was my life, driving strangers through the city's slumber, chasing the ghost of a decent living. Most nights were a blur of quick pickups and quiet drop-offs, until this one. The app buzzed, a new request. It was an unusual pickup location, deep in the older, forgotten part of town. The pin was dropped near Miller's Lane, a street I barely knew existed. My gut told me to pass, but the surge pricing was too good to resist. Miller's Lane. Even the GPS seemed to struggle with it. The streetlights here were sparse, and the houses, they looked like they'd seen better centuries. Every turn felt like I was driving deeper into a forgotten corner of the world. Then I saw her, standing perfectly still under a broken street lamp. She looked like a shadow carved from the darkness. A woman, dressed in what looked like an old-fashioned dark dress. No luggage, no phone in hand, just waiting. She got in. No hello, no thank you, just slid into the back seat. The air in the car immediately felt colder, heavier. I tried to break the ice.
Evening, destination confirmed?
Alara. Her eyes briefly shift to the rearview mirror, meeting Alex's gaze with an unnerving blankness, then return to facing forward. No reply, just that cold, empty stare. I tried again, softer this time, but she remained silent. It was unsettling, deeply unsettling. The silence stretched, thick and suffocating. I kept glancing in the rearview mirror. Sometimes she seemed to be looking at me, other times just out into nothing. And the temperature in the car dropped dramatically. I could almost see my breath. I cranked up the heating, but it made no difference. It felt like an icebox. I tried to convince myself it was just a strange passenger who was maybe shy or had had a bad day, but something else, something primal, told me otherwise.
Finally, the destination. Another desolate address on a dark street. An old, crumbling Victorian house, clearly abandoned for decades. I stopped the car, relieved to be rid of the unsettling silence.
We're here.
But there was no one there. The back seat was empty. The door was still latched. My heart hammered against my ribs. I'd been driving with a ghost. As I sat there, shaking, something glinted on the back seat. A small, antique silver locket. It wasn't there before. I picked it up, my fingers trembling. The locket was cold to the touch. I opened it. Inside, a faded photo of a young woman. The same woman. Her eyes, though smiling in the picture, held the same unsettling emptiness I'd seen in my rearview mirror. On the back, etched in elegant script, were the initials E.M. and a date, 1958. I had to know. Who was she? Why was she here? And what did this locket mean? Despite the bone-chilling fear, a strange urge to understand this impossible encounter took hold. I couldn't just leave it. Days turned into a blur of restless nights and relentless searching. I scoured old newspaper archives, online obituaries, and local historical societies. The initials E.M. and the date 1958 were my only clues. Then I found it. A faded newspaper clipping from October 1958. Tragic accident on Miller's Lane. Young Aetherum Monroe vanishes. She was the daughter of the prominent Monroe family who lived in the very house where I had dropped her off. The house that had been abandoned for decades. Alara Monroe. She had gone missing on her way home after a party nearly 60 years ago. Her car was found abandoned blocks away, but Alara herself was never seen again. The police suspected foul play, but the case went cold. Her family eventually moved away, the house falling into ruin. She was still trying to get home, still taking the last ride, night after night, for decades.
I was just the latest driver in a long, silent procession of spectral journeys she had undertaken. I still drive, but every late-night pickup is a test. Every silent passenger, every unexplainable chill sends a jolt of terror through me. I still have the locket. It's a reminder, a cold metallic weight that whispers of the impossible. Because what if Alara Monroe wasn't the only one taking the last ride? What if some passengers are just waiting for their ride to finally begin? And mine, with her, never truly ended.
And remember, some rides are one way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Aetherum Horror for more tales from the Veil.